Hello everyone. Again I am here in front of you all with my new video on demand analysis, and my today's topic is elasticity of demand, and this is my lecture number 5, and today I am going to describe about the most important topic of demand analysis, that is elasticity of demand. Now, what is elasticity? The meaning of elasticity, do you know that? Elasticity is, in very simple words, you can say that ability to change. Alright, and demand, you already know, it refers to the quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing and able to purchase at its current price during a given period of time. These definitions and all, I think you already know. So elasticity is ability to change, means if you club together these two terms, then we are going to talk about how the quantity demanded of a product changes with respect to the change in the factors affecting demand. Alright, that is what we are going to talk about, elasticity of demand. Now, the concept of elasticity of demand was first propounded by Alfred Marshall, a famous economist, Alfred Marshall. Now, while describing about law of demand in my previous lecture, I stated that the law of demand was first put forwarded by Alfred Marshall, right? So, Alfred Marshall initially thought that there exists some kind of relationship between price and quantity demanded of a product, and accordingly he put forwarded the law of demand, and under law of demand he stated that yes, there exists negative or inverse relationship between quantity demanded of a product and price of a product. Now, under law of demand, it describes only the negative relationship between price and quantity demanded, right? But it never used to explain what is the quantity or what is the magnitude of change in quantity demanded due to the change in the price level. Is it? It just states that there exists negative relationship. So, Alfred Marshall himself put forward the concept of elasticity of demand, and this is meant to measure the magnitude of change in quantity demanded of a product with respect to the change in the factors affecting demand. Alright, see the definition here. Elasticity of demand refers to the method of obtaining degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded of a product with respect to the change in the factors affecting demand. Is it? Now, here again we have two terms. You need to understand what is quantity demanded of a product and the factors affecting demand. Alright, factors affecting demand. This part you have already understood, I guess. What are the factors affecting demand? Like price. Price is the most important factor affecting demand, right? Second is prices of related commodities. Related commodities are like substitute goods and complementary goods. So, the prices of related goods also affect the change in demand, also affect the quantity demanded of a product. Is it? Third is income level of the consumer. Is it? These are the three most important factors affecting demand. So, these factors, what is the relationship between factors affecting demand and quantity demanded of the product? That relationship or the magnitude of change in quantity demanded of a product with respect to the change in the factors affecting demand are measured under elasticity of demand concept. And as I have already explained that it has been first put forwarded by Alfred Marshall because he was completely focused on the fact that yes, there exists some kind of relationship between the factors affecting demand and quantity demanded of the product, and there should be some measure which can elaborately describe about the magnitude of change in quantity demanded with respect to the factors. So he described it in this term: elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in demand for X divided by percentage change in a factor affecting demand for X. It may be either income or prices of related commodities, any one of these three factors. And one more thing, only these three factors are considered while describing the elasticity of demand. The reason is that these three factors, among all the other factors, we have 7 or 8 factors, right, affecting demand. Out of that, these are the only three factors which can be quantifiable, which are quantifiable. Therefore, as these three factors are quantifiable, therefore Alfred Marshall considered these three factors while determining the elasticity of demand. Alright, so this is the formula for calculating elasticity of demand, that is percentage change in demand for X divided by percentage change in a factor affecting demand for X. Alright, now types of elasticity of demand. So I hope that students, you are in a position to understand the basic concept of elasticity of demand, is it? Just try to remember one thing, that elasticity of demand measures the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded of a product with respect to the change in the factors affecting demand. Means how much quantity demanded of a product has been changed due to the change in the other factor. Like if the price of a commodity has been increased by 20%, then what is the percentage change in quantity demanded? That you need to determine, that can be determined under elasticity of demand. Okay, so here these are the three types of elasticity of demand. First thing is price elasticity of demand. This is the most important factor, means price is the most important factor affecting demand. Therefore, price elasticity of demand is also known as elasticity of demand. Simply, if you were asked in the exam that what is elasticity of demand, then you need to explain, you need to give an elaborative explanation of price elasticity of demand, because price is the most important factor affecting demand. Second is cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand is associated with prices of related commodities. If you remember, while explaining about the factors or determinants of demand, we talked about this thing, PR, which means prices of related commodities. Is it? Prices of related commodities. Now these related commodities are means two types of commodities. Is it? One is substitute goods and other is complementary goods. Substitute goods, do you remember what is substitute goods? Which can be substituted for each other. Is it? For example, classmate notebooks can be substituted by another notebook. These are substitutable goods. Complementary goods again mean which go together. For example, tea and sugar. Alright, car and petrol. These are the examples of complementary goods. So, the prices of related commodities also affect the demand for any product. So, cross elasticity of demand measures talks about the percentage change in quantity demanded of a particular product, like tea suppose, and which is divided by the percentage change in the price of coffee suppose. Means it measures the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded of a product with respect to the other factor, means prices of related commodities. Alright, and last thing is income elasticity of demand. Income means income of the consumer. As I already explained that how income can affect the demand for a particular product. Do you think that income has any impact on demand? Yes, obviously, because when income increases, demand also increases in case of normal commodities. All these things I have already explained in my previous lectures. Students, if you have not gone through those videos, please go through that first and then watch this video. Then it would be easier for you to understand this video. Alright, so these are the three categories of demand: price elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, and income elasticity of demand. Now let's talk about price elasticity of demand. What do you understand by price elasticity of demand? See, price elasticity of demand, most important thing is that it is also known as elasticity of demand or simply elasticity. Alright, and the reason behind this is that price is the most important determinant of demand. Okay, this is the most important determinant of demand, and therefore the price elasticity of demand is also known as elasticity of demand and or simply elasticity. And here in this case the definition is like price elasticity of demand refers to the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded of a product with respect to the change in the price of the same product. Alright, means if you take the example of classmate notebook, suppose the price has been doubled. Initially it has been given as 100 rupees. When the price is 100 rupees, you are in a position to consume suppose 2 units, 2 notebooks in a particular month. Now if the price is increased to 150 rupees suppose, as per your budget, you must have to curtail your total demand, right? As you were consuming 2 units in the initial period, now you must have to reduce your level of consumption, and you suppose according to your budget, now you are in a position to purchase only 1 unit. So that's what we used to try to understand under price elasticity of demand. It basically talks about it tries to capture what is the quantity change in the quantity demanded of a product with respect to the change in the price level. Okay. Again, elasticity of demand can be measured by 2 methods. One is percentage method and another is geometric method. Both these 2 things I will cover under my next lecture. So this is what I have explained till now, because if I explain so many things in one lecture only, then it would be difficult for you to capture all these things, right? So this is all about for today's class, today's lecture. Please go through this lecture nicely, and if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and share it. Alright, it would be a encouragement for me to prepare more videos for you all, and I hope that you are getting benefit from my videos. So that's all for today's class, today's lecture. Thank you. And next part I will in my next lecture I will explain about the price elasticity of demand. Okay, thank you.